So I chanced on this series on YouTube, okay, and at the time they had released 2 episodes. When I saw it, I was like, okay. I came back, it was still on my timeline. When I came back, it was still on my timeline. I'm like, okay, let's just check this one out. And I must say that I love the uniqueness of the storyline. I love it. I'm in love with the storyline. I'm in love with how unique the story is, how different the story is. The camera quality is just amazing. The setup, their rooms, Tukan's room, Diane's room, setup is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Camera quality just really, 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 really good. I just love the storyline. It's very, very different. It's so different. It's not the same, as we see each and every day. So I just loved it. I'm in love. That's why I'm here to review this particular series. Although the time frame, the duration is like the highest they have released is about 17 minutes, 13, 14. How do you touch us this way, producers? Why are you touching us? Why are you touching us with these short, series? But then I like it. I like it because I feel like even if they bring 45 minutes, if they bring 30 minutes, if they do 50 minutes, we'll still not be satisfied until the story has, ended. Welcome to the channel. My name is Bevlin. Let me say that because of copyright issues, I'm not going to be posting snippets of the series I'm about to talk about. I'm not going to be posting excerpts of the series or specific scenes in this review because of copyright issues. So please bear with me. We are just going to make do with their pictures, okay? So let's just bear with me. Now, the episode 1 introduced us to this young man who, is ill and he is billed to die, and he has decided to uplift the moods of people, make people feel better, so that he can also just in turn make himself feel better about life. I mean, he knows he's dying, he has accepted he's dying, so he just wants to make a mark before he finally leaves this world. And there's this young lady on the other side, Diane. So the guy is called Tokan and the lady is called Diane, and she is a painter, and she's also dealing with her own issues with her mom passing, and chances on this guy's podcast. And then she's like, okay, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. Now the episode 1 again introduced us to this young man and this woman who is Tokan's mom, and this young guy who is Tokan's cousin, who are in a relationship sort of, or who were or are almost done or are still in the relationship sort of. Yeah, that's the particular introduction. So these 3 themes introduced us to the series. Tokan's podcast, Diane painting, chances on Tokan's podcast, and then Tokan's cousin and his mom have this thing, having this thing going on. Okay, so those are the 3 themes that episode 1 introduced us to. And there was this young lady, Temi is Diane's friend, and she is actually Diane Russett. She is one of the producers of this series that I am talking about. In the episode 2, we see that Diane, after checking this podcast out, decides to also calling, and then she turns things around. She's like, you know what, young man, you are always the one trying to lift our moods, even though we know what is wrong with you. We know that you are on the clock here, but then you decide to lift our moods. But this time, I want to do something for you. I want to sing for you. So let's choose a song, and then I'll sing for you. In fact, I think he said an original would do. So she sang an original, and look at Diane singing. Okay, so she does that for him, and it's different. It's not everybody, not someone hasn't done this for him, so he's kind of a bit attracted and moved by this young girl's action, and he tells his cousin about it, and then his cousin's like, you know what, let me reach out to this young lady for you. He does that, and they start talking, and there's this, they are vibing well. Okay, they are vibing well. They are having nice deep conversations, getting to know each other better. You're right. And also in episode 2, Tokan realizes or notices this awkwardness between his mom and his cousin. He was like, at a point, he was even like, you know what, whatever you did to piss my mom off, you better go and then settle it. And I'm like, no, Tokan, you don't know what you are talking about. You don't know what you are talking about. This guy and your mom, I really do not get what is going on. I don't know how it started. I want to know the why, why Tokan's cousin is, sleeping with Tokan's mom. How did it start? Why is it even a thing? is that Tokan's father was not around and the mom felt vulnerable and then she was doing all that she was doing. I really need an explanation for the action of these two grown-ups. In episode 2 again, Tokan decides to stop taking his drugs. I think Diane coming into his life gave him brought this kind of light to him, and he felt like, okay, I just want to live on my natural clock and not on this medication any longer, so that when I die, I want to be happy and enjoy this thing that I have going with this young lady, right? So he said to stop taking his drugs. So that was episode 2. Now in episode 3, Tokan and Diane, they keep talking, they're getting to know each other, but then Tokan is a bit reluctant, which is reasonable, which is justifiable, because he's like, if this thing should continue, I may like you, you may like me, but I'm going to leave you very soon. Like, I'm going to die very, very, very soon. And so why would I want you, to go through this much pain? But Madame Diane said, what are you talking about? Is it your pain? I am here. I said I just want to be here for you. As far as you are here, let's just have this beautiful thing going. So she didn't give up at all. She did not buy his story that you are dying and so what. In fact, she knew you were dying, but then decided to go ahead with this conversation, go ahead with this friendship that she had going on with you. So he had no excuse. In fact, he had no escape. The young lady was not ready to let go of what they have started building, and so they were good. Now, when episode 3 was about to end, this young man came in and kissed what's her name, Diane. So I was like, Diane, are you in a relationship already? So why are you pulling the legs of this young man? But then in episode 4, we saw that now it was just an ex who ghosted her and is back, and she's like, you know what, I don't want this any longer. I'm not angry with you. I just want you to know that I've met someone and I'm at a better place, and so we can just only be friends. So this ex, I think his name is Iken or something like that. So he agrees that okay, it's fine. You've met somebody, okay, I know, but then Tokan calls whilst he's around. He picks the call. Hey, I'm Iken. Who is this? Where is what's her name? Diane. She's in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, no guy in his right senses will stay on the line have a conversation with you. They will hang up and just move on with their lives. And as Tokan told his cousin, this ex is really, drawing the lines that, what, she's still she's my ex, and I need to, draw the lines and mark my territory. You get? And so I get Tokan's reaction. And he didn't even tell Diane when she came out that, what, someone had called and had said this. He didn't he just kept quiet. Kept as if nothing had happened. And then tries to call Tokan, and Tokan is not picking, and she's worried. And this friend Timmy calls, then on video calls like, you still have this double in your life and blah blah blah, and then Iken's like, what, this guy called and I said this, and it's like, why would you do that? The fact that you are friends doesn't mean that you can pick your ex's male friends' calls. You don't do that. It's not acceptable. So Iken just intentionally did that. He knew very well that this is the Tokan Dan has been talking about, but no, he has to destroy something. And I get Tokan's reaction. You see, it was even affecting him. The young man, at the end, he was gasping for air. It's like the love. He's in pain. And another thing in episode 4, Tokan and his cousin, having a conversation about why are you down? Why are you down? And the cousin is like, I like this girl, and I think she's using me, and she doesn't like me. And I'm like, Tokan, the day Tokan finds out that the girl his cousin has been talking about is his mom, I bet he may even die instantly. I want to understand why Tokan's cousin is sleeping with Tokan's mom. I want to understand how it started, why it started, like what is going on here. Because it's 1 to 4, I really wanted to run through the episodes that have been released, and I'm going to give a better breakdown of the subsequent episodes, on what this is and what that is. So but then again, I feel like the 13 minutes and then there's 14 minutes and the 17 minutes they release, they are too torturous. I cannot deal. But we have no option. We just have to make do with the minutes, the episodes that they release. And as I said, this is very beautiful. The storyline is unique. A dying person decides to, put smiles on someone else's face. Normally, what you do is throw a pity party for yourself. I mean, you would not even want to hear anybody's voice. You would not even want to engage anybody. Talk of having a podcast and singing for people, or more. Beautiful storyline, amazing. So let me know. You've watched episode 1 to 4. What do you make of it? Who's your favorite character? What are your thoughts about this series here on YouTube? And in the subsequent episodes, as I said, I'm going to give you a proper breakdown. I'm going to dissect the issues more deeper. But let's just make do with this. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Bevelyn. I'll see you again next time. Do what to like this video. Subscribe, part of my family. Okay, let's build something big here. Right? Take care. Bye.